name's Dave Miller. Today is episode 2 of my video series, Keep Moving Forward. Today I'm going to explain the day of my accident. My accident was just about 2 years ago. It was July 1st, 2017, and on that morning, myself and 3 friends went out for a training ride in the hills of southern Indiana. First thing that morning, when we all were up eating breakfast, I guess we were texting each other on the road conditions because it had rained the night before, but the roads seemed to be dry, so we all decided to meet up at our friend's house and take on the hills of southern Indiana. When we got up there, I was pretty excited because the year prior I did a half Ironman race on a traditional road bike, and I had just upgraded and bought a full triathlon bike. It was awesome, full carbon fiber. It was white, black lettering, named it Pearl. And it just looked fast sitting there. I mean, it just sitting still, that bike looked fast. So I was excited to, I'd only ridden it a couple times, so I was excited to get out on it and see what it would do. So we started off, and I mean, it was a beautiful day. Started off riding, and the hills are pretty big around here. So going down the hills was quite fun, but going up the hills, there were a few I was off the bike and walking. So when we went around a winery, the backside of a winery that's up here in the hills that I'd never seen before, and we came to an intersection, and my buddy said, if we go right, it'll add 6 miles to the loop we were on, or if we go left, it'll be a total of 30. So I chose the 30-mile route. We all went that way. We were coming up on the last hill to go down the hill to my friend's house, and we started taking off, and he said, "This is the last hill, make it count." So we all took off and really started rolling, and this hill we were on, it came down and went into a right-hand turn across a pretty narrow bridge, and my buddy was ahead of me, so he was already around the corner, and coming opposite direction, and I'll never forget it, was a white GMC Acadia coming opposite direction. So I started slowing down. The road was tree covered, so the pavement got a little wet, and I felt the back end of my bike start to come out from under me. And I remember telling myself that this person was going to be really upset because I'm going to sideswipe him. And the next thing I saw was the bright blue sky looking through some trees that I still see every day when it's a beautiful day outside. Beautiful blue sky, looking through the trees, and the next thing I know, I'm on the road. And my friends are saying, "Is he conscious?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm here. I'm here." And you know, they were all 3 very quick to, you know, say to each other and any people in the car, saying, "Don't move it." So I couldn't feel how I was laying in the road. I couldn't tell whether I was on my head, my back, my side. I couldn't feel it. But looking at the road, I could tell I was in an awkward position because there was a trail of blood coming from, that I know now, coming from my nose down to the concrete or the asphalt, and I could see my hand on the road. And when I tried to move it, I couldn't. So I knew there was a problem on the road, or a problem with me, because I couldn't move my hand and I couldn't feel how I was positioned in the road. And when the ambulance got there, they rolled me over. immediately put me on a backboard and in a neck brace, and got me in the ambulance, and they were running a check on me, and I couldn't feel anything or move anything from about here down, about my shoulder or nipple line down. I couldn't feel or move anything. So I never thought I was paralyzed. That thought never crossed my mind. When I got to the hospital, my wife and daughter were there, and all I could do was tell them I was sorry. I didn't know why I was saying I was sorry. I still don't know why I was saying I was sorry, but maybe I knew that this was a life-changing event, and it was going to change not only my life, but everybody's life around me. And when my son got there, he was at work. When he got there, I told him I was sorry, but then like any other triathlete or biker, the next question out of my mouth was, "How's my bike?" And he kind of giggled and rolled his eyes and said, "Your bike's fine, Dad. The only thing wrong with it is the chains off of it." So obviously my head, neck, and shoulders took the brunt of the accident, and we later found out that I did $3,000 damage to a vehicle. So I guess that's something to be proud of. But and my helmet definitely saved my life. My helmet exploded, and the helmets save lives, people. So put them on yourselves, put them on your kids, put them on anybody you see. You got to have a helmet on. And another funny thing that happened was I went down and had an MRI done, and when I came out of the MRI room, the nurse who was taking me back up to ICU, she was taking her gloves off, and she pulled her glove and snapped, and it came down, and she hit me right square in the nose. I mean, she just popped me with her elbow. And of course, I couldn't feel anything, and but she felt so bad, and she was very apologetic, but it was just funny, just adding insult to injury on that day. But when that was July 1st. I was operated on July 5th, and they fused my neck from C1 or C2 to C6. I broke my C3 vertebrae, and that's where my spinal cord injury is. So I'm fused in my neck, and I also broke my T5, which is down here around my nipple line, and I broke my nose. So that was a pretty long surgery, but when I was in ICU, a person from our church came, and she prayed with me. And when she started praying for me, I felt something leave my body. I mean, it was like a weight was lifted from me. And as soon as that weight was lifted from me, I knew I was going to be okay. I have no idea what my new normal is going to be, but I'm going to be okay. And people ask me all the time, how do I keep such a positive attitude? Trust me, not every day is great, but I know I'm going to be okay. And I've got a great support system. It starts with my wife. She's amazing. She's stronger than I ever thought she would be. And she's there every day. She is here every day. My kids, when they can be here, they're amazing. I've got people who come to my house 5 days a week to help me with lunch because my wife's at work. My friends from work have been and continue to be incredible. Calling, texting, stopping by the house, donating money. I mean, for medical bills. It's amazing the support system I have, and that's what keeps me positive. It's just amazing how people have stayed with us through this ordeal, and back me on getting better. And that's what gets me out of bed every day. And that's about all for this one, but I really want to encourage you all to like and share this YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have any questions, ask me. It could help me out with further videos, more topics. If you want to be a guest and tell your part of the story, if it's helped you in any way, let me know. You could be a guest on the channel. But like, subscribe, follow, and keep moving forward. We'll see you next time.